Hello, and firstly, congratulations. You've completed module one. You're most likely within your first month of your new role as a leader, whether that be in a new organization or within the same organization and being promoted to leadership. So well done for getting through the first month and for completing the first module. It's a really interesting exercise to really have a look or a deep dive at organizational culture. And as part of that journey and as part of looking at culture, it really nicely leads us on to what we're going to talk about in module two, which is leadership branding. Many leaders that I've worked with in the past have spoken, said, I don't have a leadership brand, or even I don't need a leadership brand. The truth is, we all have a leadership brand or a personal brand. And what that brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So we all have one. We all have a reputation and we all have a leadership persona that we are known for and that we are famous for. This module is really going to help us to understand what is your leadership brand and why is that important? Because if you have control of defining what you want your leadership brand to be, then it becomes within your control. We're also going to have a look at managing the imposter syndrome. So sometimes the imposter syndrome can get us all, but looking at kind of, oh, right, I may have been in a new leadership role, or I've joined a bigger business with a bigger role. So how do we ensure that we keep that confidence and keep that clarity? We're going to have a look at key interactions and communication strategies that are really going to support your leadership brand. We're also going to look at what your first big meeting might look like. You may have already attended or been to a few key meetings, but how are we going to create that first impression in your first meeting? So what are you going to do and what are you going to say to impress? Most important part of that is looking at how we're going to prepare for that meeting. We're also going to look at something that we call learning the lingo. So it's exploring some more of those cultural aspects of the way we do things around here. Really looking as well at a case study around what may have been a norm in terms of how we say things and how we do things in a previous company might not be the same and might not be the norm here. And then finally, we were going to reflect. We're going to have a look at your first month or first couple of months milestones and maybe think at this stage about getting some feedback or about really thinking about what the feedback might be, because again, this can really help us start to build, cultivate, create, and implement our leadership brand.